Pardon the interruption, but I'm Mike Wilbon. We've been hosting this show for nearly 24 years, Tony. How do you think we've changed?
Tony Kornheiser. Even sexier now?
Oh, really?
Sexier?
In that Betty White sort of way?
I hadn't thought of it quite like Betty White.
We're moving up. We're moving on up.
I just hadn't thought of it quite like Betty White, but now that you bring her up, sure, in that way.
Yeah.
Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, the Tigers top the Yankees. Mauricio Pochettino wants the Heat.
Sure.
And Steve Young joins us for 5 good minutes. But we begin today with college football and the coach of the defending national champion objecting to a proposal that would have just one transfer window that would open in early January. Ryan Day does not like the idea because the college football playoffs are going on then, and at least 4 teams would still be playing. Last year, Ohio State would have still been playing. Currently, there are 2 transfer windows, one in December, one in April. Wilbon, does Ryan Day have valid reservations about the proposed change in the portal window?
Probably. He probably does. Ryan Day, like every other college football coach, is coming at this from a standpoint, a perspective of self-preservation. Here's what I need, because my team is playing late into January, and I don't have the benefit of this other thing. And he's got point there. But you know what? There's only 12 teams in the playoff, and you only had 4 of them left by then. So that means all the others are, maybe not so invested in this. And here's what should happen. And Tony, I'm in this because as you know, I deal with Big Ten stuff all the time, and I'm hearing that perspective mostly. But the championship game is on January 20th. So make the damn deadline. Just go to January 21. Open it then. Just open it then. This is not that hard.
This is the simplest thing in the history of the world.
It is.
Ryan Day you say there are 12 teams now. When they go to 16, that's 4 more teams.
Okay.
Okay, you don't want to penalize your good teams because they're still playing.
Okay.
Because the transfer portal has upended college football.
Yes, it has.
Every team, every year, 30, 40, maybe 50 guys come and they go.
Way more than that.
Bill Belichick has 70 new players. In his first year at Colorado, Deion Sanders had 80 new players. So look, now they're not all transfers.
Several hundred.
They're not all transfers, but if you have this one portal opportunity and you are a coach, that's how you recruit next year's team.
Yeah.
If you are a player and you don't like the coach or you want more playing time, boom, you go into the portal. So there's chaos there. As long as everybody's under the same umbrella, you can handle it. This is a change to the umbrella.
Just wait till the season's over.
Look, I understand having one portal window.
Yeah.
Not 2. I understand that.
I understand
but you have to wait till everybody is either playing or not playing.
Yeah.
You cannot penalize teams.
There are administrative reasons people don't want to wait. I don't care about them. Let me just say, I'm going to go back to something you said that is important. You said whatever number you use, Tony, I'm going to bet you that of Division I football players, I'll just go Division I, I'll bet you more than 60%. I'll go as high as 65% transfer in these last 2 years. That number's about that. So this is important to them. I get it.
This is the rolling tide of college football now.
Yes.
You cannot say that, there's only 4 teams left, so the hell with them. You can't say
do
that.
No. And by the way, so we can find this out during the break, right, from AI. AI will have some number. They'll offer up a number to see if I'm right about my 60 to 65%.
Oh, good, a correction box. Good. That's what I want.
Let's move in the meantime to baseball. The Tigers knocked around the Yanks for 9 runs in the 7th last night on the way to a 12-2 win. The Tigers are 2.5 games better than the Yanks. Tony, which of these 2 are you more bullish on as we now are a week into September, almost 2, and we head down the stretch?
I am more bullish on the Tigers because I believe the Tigers have been a first-place team all season, though the division they're in this year is not as good as it was last year. But the Yankees are a second-place team, maybe a third-place team if the Red Sox get hot. And that thing you mentioned about the 9 runs. 9 runs in the 7th inning against 2 relievers, I believe all earned. The relievers did not get a single out.
They got rocked.
Since August 1st, the Yankee bullpen has an ERA of 5.05, whereas in the month of August, the Tigers was 2.98. I can't be bullish on a team with a 5.05 ERA in the bullpen. It's too much bullpen stuff in games.
I'm going to take you further. I can't be bullish on anybody. There's nobody to be bullish on in the entire major leagues. You can start with the
Dodgers, that I think.
But you can't, because the Dodgers we don't even know they're going to win a division. No. The Dodgers could be in a wild card situation on the road at Wrigley Field.
I still think if their pitching is good,
but
they're dominant.
Toronto, the Yankees, Boston, Detroit, Cleveland, Texas even is now
They got
6
a
games
shot.
over 500 and moving on up. Houston, which has lost, 7 of 10. Seattle, if I go to the National League, the Cubs, they're 3 clear. I think they're 3 clear right now of San Diego for the first wild card spot. But the Reds are still in it. The Mets have a wild card spot. The Padres are going to like to be in it. The Dodgers are not clear of anything.
Right.
San
And the
Francisco's
Giants have
back
a
in
chance.
it. The
Yeah.
Phillies are the only team in the top 10 teams right
Not
now
threatened.
that has won 7 of 10.
Yeah, no.
All the rest of them are somewhere between 4
I'll give you
and
another
5 and
reason.
6
I'll
and
give you
4.
another reason why I'm more bullish on the Tigers. Tarek Skubal,
He's a
who
good
has a
reason.
chance to come back 2 years in a row for Cy Young, and has an outside chance at the Triple Crown 2 years in a row. The Yankees, Fried and Rodon have had great years, but Skubal's ERA is 1 full run under theirs. He's the best guy out there. Let's dig into some NFL issues with our great friend and the man I taught all about private equity, Hall of Fame quarterback Steve Young. Let us start with this. This is going to be very personal for you. J.J. McCarthy is the first starting quarterback in the NFL to come back from 10 down in the fourth quarter of his NFL debut since you did it in Tampa Bay in 1985. What did you see when you watched J.J. McCarthy?
Well, first of all, Tony, thank you for finding the one highlight of my season in Tampa Bay. The second highlight was coming back the next year to San Francisco as a quarterback for the 49ers. We played in Tampa, and I went out at halftime to receive the 1986 MVP of the 2-14 Bucks in front of the crowd.
That's great.
But JJ, what you got to think about JJ McCarthy. Sam Darnold was beloved. I mean, in one season, people loved him, and the locker room loved him. So he has now to enter as a young, inexperienced quarterback. He goes down to Chicago on opening Monday night under all that pressure, and then when he threw the pick six, didn't you all? I mean, I was like, oh my,
game over. Game over. Yeah.
Not only game over, but it's like now you've got the hills that you got to climb, the filters you got to go through to kind of get there. That it's just you just don't want to start like a horse that gets out of the gate and then falls flat on its face. And then to see him gather himself after the pick six, gritty, and go get it done. There is nothing greater that could happen to a first-time quarterback in the NFL than what happened to JJ. His team now can point to it. Hopefully, if things go sour, then go, but he did it in week 1 and it was great. And so there's nothing better than what happened to JJ McCarthy and for JJ to get started in the season.
Not for some of us.
No, not for you. Not for Bears fans.
It's the first time I ever rooted against that hard, a Chicago kid. All right, we're going to go to the other side of this, though, Stephen. I said yesterday Caleb Williams has to be deprogrammed from the Eberflus era. And as a quarterback who had to adjust to a new offensive system a time or two in your life, what does that take to do?
Michael, you hit me at the heart of what my passion is for the game today, is that so many defensive coordinator-focused head coaches do not understand the position. And more than ever, the quarterback is football. And people say, oh, that's Steve, that's crap. Look, I know it's conflated, but it's not that conflated. And so to not understand the position, you can see the teams that don't understand it and why they're not very good at it. So there is a transition, and having to learn a new offense is a transition. But then let's also look at Ben Johnson. Just looked it up on ChatGPT. He's never coached a mobile quarterback. And being a mobile quarterback, I was told in 1987, I was telling Tony, I was told by Ray Perkins, I hate scramblers. It is unusual. In today's game, it's a prototype. If you're going to be a great, innovative offensive coordinator or head coach of quarterbacks, you need to be able to deal with the prototype. This is the prototype. This is Ben Johnson's first chance at that prototype. And I'm telling you, that's a transition. That is not simple for coach and quarterback. And to be able to gain that trust and understanding. And Caleb's trying to understand the one thing that's so hard today is that I don't know exactly when to go. I want to be a sophisticated passer of the football. I want to be Dan Marino. I want to be Peyton Manning. I want to be Tom Brady. But I also know that there's free yards out there to go get every game. I don't want to lose them. And that dilemma needs a lot of care and concern. And I wish, because I did it and lived it, I kind of wish they could connect to my brain and I could just give it to them, because it's very hard for people that don't. If you played quarterback in the NFL 18, 20 years, but never were capable of moving around, you would not know what to say. You would not know what to teach. And I think that's unique to the guys today.
We're old enough to remember when Steve was like the father of that.
Yeah.
I mean, after Tarkenton and Staubach, then it's Steve's
Not
the modern
grandfather, right?
You
Not
know,
the grandfather.
not the grandfather. We won't saddle you with that. Brian Daboll seemed to waffle on Russell Wilson being his starter for week 2. Russell Wilson's been at this a long time, Steve. If you hear your head coach sort of, what do you do week 2 if you're Wilson?
You gotta become the reason that you win some games. Because in the background, people are chirping for Jackson Dart because it's just the game today. Why is he standing there? Why is he sitting there? We're not going to lose games. Might as well lose them with Jackson Dart. That's how one game. That's how it gets started. And so Russell's been through it. He's a veteran, but he knows perception is 9/10 of the law as well, not possession. I learned in law school. Perception is I need to go be a reason. And he's old enough and mature enough, and he can figure it out. Go be the reason they win some games and hold on to your job. Because it's iffy. When the coach starts to waffle, you got to get to Wednesday morning and hope that you're not getting benched because it's close. So I would say, Russell, go be the reason. And that's not easy.
Brock Purdy did not practice today. Kyle Shanahan said it would be a long shot for him to play Sunday at New Orleans. So Mac Jones will start.
I have to change my pick.
And you have confidence, Paul?
Yeah.
Let's go to the big finish.
Let's do it.
The Aces beat the Sky for their 15th straight, as you predicted, and the Storm took the last playoff spot, which is the bigger deal.
The Storm. I mean, the Aces, that was a homecoming game. It was not a real game. And the Storm getting in the playoffs, congratulations. Sox starter Connolly Early struck out 11 over 5 in his Major League debut. Got to be impressed.
Very impressed. He went to UVA. He's a Richmond kid. Yeah, it was very impressive. Cubs starter Cade Horton has a 1.25 ERA since July 1st. You find that significant?
Yeah, because he's our ace, our stopper, and he's the rookie of the year in the National League. Flawless.
Oh, not the Miz? Not the
Flawless.
Miz?
No, not the Miz.
Oh, whoa. Hold the presses.
Kyle Schwarber hit his 50th of the season last night. It's a big deal, isn't it?
He's a monster. He is so much better than both of us thought he would be when he first came up. He's a force in baseball. Last one, Anthony Rizzo will retire as a Cub on Saturday at Wrigley Field. You must be excited.
Yes, I am. If I wasn't going to be at Northwestern Oregon, I'd be at Wrigley Field to just for Rizzo. Huh?
We're out of time. We will try and do better the next time. Dr. Melissa Lockney, shout out.
I'm Mike Wilbon. Same time tomorrow, knuckleheads.